almost 2 decades, Her World magazine has honoured women through time, women who made a difference locally and abroad. But this year is the first time that the magazine is honouring not one, but 2 women for the Young Woman Achiever Award. Now the award for the Her World Woman of the Year goes to Ms Goh Soo Khim, the godmother of the local arts scene. Soo Khim co-founded the Singapore Dance Theatre in 1988 and has since given the opportunity to dancers a platform for their art. For 46 years, Soo Khim has spent her efforts teaching and developing the young talented ballet dancers in Singapore. Today, she shares with us her own difficulties in setting up an arts company and how, despite the storm before a performance, the inner strength of the woman will be unveiled. If you transport yourself back in time to when you first started out, can you relate some stories to us when you really, you just thought that you were in such deep trouble or, there was such great difficulty? Can you relate some of those experiences with us? Because surely you went through those.
That is very common in the theatre because during dress rehearsal, sometimes you feel like everything just doesn't work.
Yeah.
During the first run, during the second run, there is always something come up and you say, my God, the opening night is just 2 days ahead and, we just, at that moment, you
just want to cry.
We do actually, but somehow all this pressure and excitement, it's just something you learn to endure over the years.
What do you think defines a strong woman?
I think every woman have a strength, inner strength in them that sometimes one doesn't realize, and it's often at a situation, in a down situation, that through that sometimes it surfaces, and that comes the tenacity and the strength of a woman. It doesn't matter which or what profession they are in. So we women are strong generally.
I heard that you want to spend this year with your grandchildren and travel. So where do you plan to travel to?
I have friends in different parts of the world. Hopefully, I will keep out my promise now to go and visit them. It's very nice to travel, but because before, I just do not have the time to do it. And
now it's
I'm looking
a time.
forward. Yes, really looking forward to that. Yeah,
okay.
And to be able to focus more time on my own now, which is a lovely thought.
Every year we are given a list of names. The nomination panel comes up with a list of names of people who've had a huge influence and who've made a huge impact in Singapore and abroad. And the winner is someone who has really, really made an impact here and abroad, and who's an inspiring role model.
For the Young Woman Achiever Award, you've broken tradition, and instead of choosing just one winner, you've chosen 2 winners. So how do you justify that?
We chose these 2 winners, who are the Paralympians Yip Pin Xiu, who's a swimmer, and the Equestrain Laurentia Tan, because they both made sporting history at the Beijing Paralympics last year. So when it came to the judging, we were really, really hard-pressed to decide between one or the other, so we thought, why not make both of them, because they really, really deserve it.
The youngest Singaporean to be awarded the Young Woman Achiever Award goes to a 17-year-old who has a streak for breaking world records. In 2008, Yip Pin Xiu made Singapore sports history, breaking not 1 but 2 world records for swimming and winning Singapore's first Olympic gold medal in the women's 50 meters backstroke at the Beijing Paralympics. Her nearest opponent was more than 7 seconds and 7 meters behind. Today, we talk to the Paralympian who suffers from hereditary sensory motor neuropathy, and we ask her about her achievements, her goals, and what keeps her positive.
I am now currently the world record holder for 3 events, but I set the world record for 2 events during the Paralympics.
Have you set any other records or any other goals that you want to achieve in the future?
My long-term goal would be medals at the London 2012 Games, while short-term ones would be doing well in the competitions that are coming soon. I'm having like maybe 7 tentative competitions this year. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can't wait for it to start.
How do you manage your nerves, representing Singapore at the Paralympics, and you did so well. You won medals and you set new world records. How do you prepare?
I kind of like the stress that comes from competition. I don't like normal stress, study stress, but I like swimming, and it helps me to go further. Yeah. And how do I prepare? Before the Paralympics, I was training 11 times a week, and we went to Kunming, China for high altitude training. And I think that's like very helpful, because every time after I come back from Kunming, there will definitely be improvement, like visible improvement. Yeah, so I think the whole journey has been very awesome.
It's really funny how she says that she doesn't like study stress. She just completed her O-levels last year, right?
Yeah, okay. And I didn't do very well. I did 24 for L1, R4, but luckily I still managed to get into a poly. I'm currently waiting to enroll into a poly. It's either Republic Poly or Nanyang Poly.
And what do you plan to do there?
The course at Republic Poly is Sports and Exercise Science, while the one in Nanyang is Sports and Wellness Management. Yeah, I have to enroll by 10th of March, and it's like so soon, and I haven't decided what I want.
Sports Olympians have their ups and downs in life and their struggles.
Definitely.
You've achieved so many awards. You're somewhat of like a mini celebrity when you go to school. Like, do you feel different in that sense?
Not really. I think it's all the same. Yeah, it's the same, except that maybe there's a bit more hoo-ha. Yeah, something like that.
Now I'm going to ask you to explain your condition to us.
My condition is the deteriorating condition. It means that I will slowly weaken. But as long as I exercise and everything, the deterioration will not be that fast. Yeah, so my legs had it when it was 2, then my hands got it when I was 5. Yeah, and so I heard from doctors that the deterioration will stop when I'm 20, but I'm not so sure about it, because it's only just one doctor I heard it from. Yeah, and I heard it quite recently also. Yeah.
If it's exercise that is going to slow the process, you seem to be getting enough of that for sure.
Yeah.
How do you remain positive?
I think I'm born positive. I'm like a born cheerful, very happy person. Yeah, and I think the swimming has helped me a lot. I used to be very shy, but now I'm more outgoing after I've met like more people, been to more countries, more experience. Yeah, I think swimming is a very important part of my life.
Well, is there any words that you want to say to other people who have the same condition as you? What would you like to tell them?
I would actually ask them to follow their heart, and that nothing is impossible, even if people think it's impossible. Yeah.
For the first time in Her World magazine history, the Young Woman Achiever Award has been awarded not to one, but 2 young ladies, and another sports hero made that cut. Laurentia Tan, an equestrian and Paralympic bronze medalist, picked up horse riding when she was just 5 years old as a form of physiotherapy for her cerebral palsy. And despite being told that she would probably not be able to walk, she not only walks now, but she drives. And she's also won Singapore's first medal at the Equestrain Individual Championship, held in Hong Kong last year. She is also the first Asian to win a medal at the Paralympic Equestrian. How do you think that your story can help other people?
It gives other people hope that they can overcome their disability and achieve what they set out to do.
What they can actually achieve, right? What was your goal, say, 10 years ago? And did you achieve that goal?
My goal 10 years ago, I didn't even imagine that I would be where I am today. So Yeah.
You just had no idea, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And having achieved this award, where do you see yourself in 10 years' time? Having achieved this award, where do you see yourself in 10 years' time? Or have you set any goals? Other goals that you want to achieve?
In 10 years' time, I hope that I will have done the London Paralympic.
Okay.
And I have done more international competitions. And I'm hoping to study psychology, so I hope that I will have completed my program by then.
Okay. Okay, and I think my last question is, what qualities do you think that you have in you that makes you a very strong woman? And an inspiration to other women?
People have told me that I'm courageous, determined, a perfectionist.
Perfectionist. Okay. Actually, I have another question for you. Was there ever a time in your life when you just felt very down? You know, you just felt like you just wanted to cry, you're so frustrated. And how do you overcome this feeling?
Yeah, I mean, everybody has up and down in their life. There were times when I felt hopeless, but looking back, I think without that, I wouldn't be where I am today. I mean, it's like you can't get the rainbow without the rain.
Okay. Thank you so much. And you are an inspiration to other women.
Thank you.
You mentioned just now about International Women's Day and its significance. Can you please tell us again what the significance of that day means to you?
I mentioned at the press conference that I thought every day should be a Women's Day. You know, there's a Chinese saying that we hold up half the world. So I don't think there needs to be a special day to recognize women. I think every day we should celebrate the achievements and the success and the contributions of women.
To find out more about each of the winners, check out Her World Magazine's profile videos here at Razor TV on Video on Demand.